Hi everybody, how are you? I've got my headset all around me today. So, how are you all doing on this wonderful, wonderful equinox? Okay, right, let's just give you the link to join us if you want to actually join in our tarot tutorial tonight. Here we go, and I'll be back in a moment when I've figured out what I'm doing with this. Right, probably got the right ones on now. Can everybody hear me all right? Yeah? Can everybody hear me? Let me move that down a wee bit. Okay, that's better. Wow, it's getting warmer at the moment. So, how are you all on this wonderful equinox? Yeah? Are you well? Has it been a good day? Right, so welcome to my part of the Tarot Corner on the actual exploration of our major cards. So today we're exploring the radiant energy of the Sun card, and this major card is all about positivity, joy, and it gives us the life force of everything that makes us happy, that provides joy. So, hi Zoe, how are you? I hope that you're all right. It's good to see that you're coming in here from Facebook. Yeah? All good. Excellent. Right. Only trouble is I seem to be not able to pick up my sound in the way that I want to. Not to worry. All right. So what have we got going on? Well, you know, if you've not been here before, my name's Anne-Marie and welcome to Tarot with Anne-Marie. This is a channel where we look at different cards and we concentrate on one tarot card, and then we get to look at the symbology of this card. I can help you because I've been a professional tarot teacher and reader, well, with over 30 years experience now. And so this has been my profession. A Sun card. What's its core meanings? Well, in actual fact, it radiates optimism, and it reminds us that even in life's darkest moments, there's always going to be light. And so this is a card that heralds triumphs, achievements, and the recognition of our efforts. So it's a bit like saying, you know, whatever you've been working at is paying off. And, you know, if you've actually really been working hard at certain things, then it really is a case of those things that you've enjoyed are now paying dividends. It's not really like the World card. We'll be coming to that in a week or two, not far away. But the difference is that the Sun card is very much more about you as a person, you, me. What makes me happy? What do I want to do? How do I want to actually chill out? What would be the best thing that I could do for myself that I would truly enjoy? So the Sun invigorates us and it reminds us of our inner strength and our ability to thrive. So if spending time with your family is what floats your boat, that's what you must do. And so it's all about your own self-expression. And it's about saying, you know what, I'm not going to apologise for being myself, and I'm going to let my true inner light shine. So there are going to be examples of what this card means in a reading, but really it's about the meanings that's coming in on what this card means on its own. On Tuesdays, I always have to look at my calendar. That is when I actually sort of combine cards and show you how it would come up in a reading. But if it came up, shall we say, do excuse me, I do need a sip of water. Hello. Hi, how are you doing? Hello, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you along. I am going to say If you start to enjoy this, Lalasa 6777, if you enjoy it, hop over to the YouTube channel. There's a few reasons why. Sometimes the streaming doesn't go quite as we want it to on Twitch. So if you want to also catch up on what I've done before or what you'd like to see in the future, we're going through all of the cards, and if you don't want to miss one, that's the place to go. And also, tarot cards have got nudity. And unfortunately, I got banned for showing nudity. And there's nothing I can really do about it, because I want to teach with the Rider-Waite deck. And yes, I could show you a different example, but there'd be no point in that because the nakedness means something. So, how are you doing? It's good to have you along. And Zoe's here too. And just so you know, if you've not caught us before, Lalisa, you're welcome to come on as a guest. I've got a few things to say before I would actually sort of invite somebody to come on. So if you're thinking about it, maybe in 10-15 minutes time, that's when you want to come on and ask some questions or share some things with us, we'd love it. So in a relationship, if this card came up in a love reading, it would signal that it brings you joy and it brings a connection that's joyful. That'd be something like things that are making it feel like there's a commitment, and the commitment that you want, not necessarily in traditional terms, but what you're looking for. And that's the whole idea of the Sun card. It's what the individual happiness of you. So for some that might be marriage, for some it might be living together, for some it's like, you know what, I want you to be my special person, but I don't need any of that. I just want to be with you. For some it might be, I need to do my own thing, but I want you in my life. You see, whatever it is, but there's some sort of commitment there. In a career, it might indicate a kind of promotion or a successful project being launched, or simply feeling that you're really fulfilled with the work that you're doing. It's also a big card of personal growth, and this card speaks of overcoming challenges with a really positive attitude and about finding your inner strength. So what's the shadow side of the Sun? Well, like any card, there's always got to be a bit of a down. It's just essential to make sure that you're not overconfident and not to let arrogance sort of tip on the side of not being self-aware, as it were, because let me say that again. Optimism is wonderful, isn't it? But we mustn't ignore red flags and be over trusting of situations. So this is a kind of thing where I would actually say that this card is the Sun card, number 19 in the Major Arcana, and the number symbolises the tarot's creative, cheerful and robust nature. And it represents the power and creativity and the optimism, the drive. So that comes from that number 1. So we've got 19, so we've got number 1 and we've got number 9. So the 1 is representing power, a self, the creativity, me, optimism, drive. Well, 9 for the 19 brings out that inspiration, your progress, your compassion and your understanding. And when we add up 1 and 9 together, we get a 10, don't we? And then we've got to reduce it again, because that's how numerology works. And so let's just say that if it was 10, we'd be looking at that card, the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And also, we would look at the fact that the 1 brings us back into that first house, the house of the self, which is our astrological side of things. So 19 also gives us renewal, regeneration, and it means we are at the top of our game. So it's a really good number and brings about a lot of action and creativity. And the Sun card is astrologically linked to Leo, which represents vitality, fun, play, strength, positivity, drama, entertainment, all these things. Now, let's go into the image of our actual card. So our figure shows that there is a child riding on a white horse. And It's inside a walled garden under a bright, serene sun. And the sun is the source of light and the energy that sustains all of life that's on Earth. So this card represents a hopefulness which encompasses force that inspires, revitalizes in every aspect of our lives. It signifies an end to past setbacks and stresses that we've had, because we've got to that point where we're finding joy. It gets rid of the stress, because we're choosing to go, I'm still stressed, but I'm not going to worry about it today. I'll figure it out. So it gives us the opportunity to grow, because when we're like that, our best ideas come. The Sun card brings a solid and stable foundation, and it's liberating to experience joy and happiness, like that of feeling as if it takes us back to our childhood, which is why we've got a child on there. That's partly the reason. Let's have a look at the Sun's face, which appears to be very serene, yet playful. Look at those eyebrows, almost like they're kind of, and it observes us. So the Sun's looking at that small child, which is us, and it's positioned head on, making everything visible. So nothing's hidden, everything's transparent. So when this card comes up, that's what it means, transparency. There's nothing to hide. I am prepared to get naked in front of you because there is absolutely nothing here to hide. So if we look at this, the rays extend outwardly, and they fill that child's garden with warmth and light and the possibility of growth. There are 21 rays that are on the Sun, and they are symbolic of each of the other major arcana cards, even though there's 22, 21 for the others. This one, of course, is the extra one, making 22. Hope that makes sense. The energy, of the Sun brings a sense of simplicity, and that allows us to have rapid energy, which makes things change, and it helps us because if we embrace simplicity, we get a natural flow, and everything becomes a whole lot easier. Sorry, do excuse me. I'm just trying to make sure that my light does not run out of charge. I'll just pop that back in. So, a Sun's a major arcana card, isn't it? And that represents hope, positivity, and signifies that everything will be all right. And all paths will lead back to happiness. Thank you for the likes, everybody. I'm really pleased. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's have a quick look at who's on with us. We've got people from my page, and Twitch, and a few on YouTube. Wonderful. So in this card again, we have, just going to check. Yeah, sorry, I just saw that spinning ball on my Mac. It's like, oh no, don't say the internet's not doing what it should. It's fine, I've got full revs. So yeah, it's a card of symbolising that everything's going to be all right, and that, now you're going to get the rewards because you've been working hard and you've made sure you know what you want, which makes you happy. The individual, it's not about other people. It's about you, what makes you happy. And in this card, this child is depicted as playing behind a garden wall, and the wall is symbolic of shelter and, of course, safety. The wall's made up of stone blocks, and those blocks are symbolic of commitment and dedication to actually building it. Ah, lovely. Great to see you on here. Thanks ever so much, Zoe. Good to see you on here. Zoe's here, one of our moderators, and all really great. So Anthony, if you need anything, just look out for these two. They are there to help you. Sometimes we have passionate Sagittarians, sometimes we have under, but every little helps. Okay, so we were talking about stones being carefully placed against the one that best suits it. So it's about sort of putting things together of what's in harmony and what works. And what that's standing for is that it takes time and effort to create something that brings security. And that's what that wall is symbolic of. So walls represent security, permanence, and something that's tangible. And although they may be viewed as barriers and restrictions, in this context, it's a safe place for the child to play without fear or worry. All the past obstacles have been removed, allowing the child to enjoy the freedom that they've longed for. So this allows us to let our hair down and act freely without fear or judgment. And on top of the wall, there are 4 sunflowers, and they're blooming. And they're symbols, again, of safety. Remember, our child is vulnerable. And number 4 is a number of stability, of building something. That's a sign of hope within our physical lives. So 4 is a number of consolidation, structure, security. So that is very much why we have those 4 sunflowers. The child's surrounded by 3 sunflowers on one side of the card and 1 on the other, as you can see. And that arrangement represents creation for 3, and purpose and potential for the one that's on the other side. And sunflowers are known for being bright and optimistic flowers, and they symbolize love, honesty, loyalty, and they're all believed to bring good luck. Okay, I'm going to take another sip of water. I do apologize. Got a lot to say, so I must make sure that I get this all right for you. Anybody celebrating the equinox today? I will be later. I'll be jumping off rather quickly. I'm on a course tonight. I'm continuing my studies of astrology and numerology, so that I develop myself, still learning, still loving learning more from the professors that provide the information. So, sunflowers, they earn their name because they tend to turn their bright yellow faces towards the sun. There you go. And in this case, the sunflowers face the child. So this is a child holding all of the sun's hope, potential and energy. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. The sunflowers in this picture are firmly rooted, and they're representing being grounded, stability, and energies that allow ideas to establish. And they're built on solid foundations and favourable foundations, and that's all towards the future. All right. So just like sunshine flowers, they shower us with vitality and liveliness, and they remind us that now is the best and most favourable time. So enjoy it. The moment's yours. Go and enjoy. They bloom in summer through to early autumn, and they symbolise the freedom of our youth and young adulthood, where we are still unburdened by responsibilities, anything that makes us feel young again. We stop feeling like that when we get our first Saturn return, which is when we are 30, and there is no excuse then. We've been told by the universe, you are an adult. But when you see the Sun card, adult or not, whether you're in your first Saturn return, your second, or even your third, lucky you if you are, because it's every 30 years, then, you are reminded that it's so much fun to actually connect with what makes you happy. So in bloom, they will show established growth and a promise for more. This child in this picture is happy and content, and it shows that there is a trust and an openness and a youthfulness and sincerity. And if you look, the arms are open wide. So this is an openness. The sun's energy in this scene is meant to be enjoyed, and celebrated because it's about vigour and enthusiasm. We're fully awake and full of light and should not waste a single drop of that daylight. So the child could be any age, someone as young in years or young at heart, simply enjoying what life's got to offer. He absolutely enjoys life regardless of time or the situation. Now, he's been shown as being naked, and I mentioned that Twitch might actually turn around and say, oh, there's so many cards that are, but we cannot change what it is. It's very much part of symbology, and I do understand the guidelines. So anyone watching on Twitch, yep, I got banned for 3 days. It is what it is. Why? Simply because it had a naked image. They wrote and told me, and that's like, oh gosh, I cannot show you cards that don't, simply because there is so much meaning to being naked, to it being a child, and to the fact that it means this purity, innocence, nothing to hide. You know, I fear nothing, and transparency. You know, I've got nothing up my sleeve, this kind of thing. And it represents the liberation from things that hold us back. That's what nakedness is also representing. Now, he's enjoying himself, playing and experiencing life with purity and innocence. And it's providing freedom and the ability of having no worries. That doesn't mean that we're being a child and we've got no worries. It's that we're choosing to not worry about it today and to enjoy life, because what's it about if we don't actually take that time to enjoy things? And his gaze is directed to one side, you see, slightly like that, okay? And that indicates that he relishes the present rather than looking too far ahead. By looking left, he may be pondering how to enjoy his current state of being. Despite his childlike demeanour, he wears the fool's red feather. Can you see that? In his floral headdress. So he's got a floral headdress on. You've got to look carefully because the colours are rich and golden. All right, so all looking good. So anyone want to say hi? Do come in. Be lovely for you to have your comments. Ask questions, please do. I cannot tell you how lovely it is to be doing such a positive card on spring equinox. Oh, just perfect. And it really felt like spring where we live today. I even really felt a little sort of March wind, and the sky was blue but had clouds. We have that kind of spring sunshine where there's still a chill in the air, but you know it's on its way. So this suggests that our journey as we go forwards, and this red feather that we're seeing in a child's headdress, it's a sign and a symbology that he desires more growth and progress. Red is a very powerful sort of colour, okay? There's plenty of orange going on there too, plenty of earthy colours. Orange is our passion. It's all about, you know, what we want. And a funny thing, you know, when I was actually training in my tarot days as a student, when I went to tarot school before, a while back now, oh gosh, in the 90s, we had a lot of businesses because the internet was not so, it was around, but it was not so easy. People didn't have it. There was dial-up and it was coming in, and very few people had it. So you had to go to the library and access things. Or market research was done by market researchers kind of standing in the street and asking questions or knocking at your door. And market researchers used to come in and say, okay, we want to know what's going to make people spend money. What do you psychics all say? And so, although we were all training, we'd done quite a lot of study, 3-4 years, I think. We were 2-3 times a week for a couple of hours each time. So, yeah, we'd become a group of 10 that actually really resonated together. And people would actually come in and say, what's going to have the effect and the desire to make people want to spend money or to make people eat? And it's orange. So, you know, there's a mobile phone company by that name. There are certain shops that are like that. It's a colour where it makes you want to go more. Yeah, I'm going to give that to me. I want to feel good. So I just thought I'd share that with you, as, you know, being a tarot student and working on getting there in my journey. Yeah, that's one of the things they trusted us enough to actually go ahead and design their restaurant and their businesses, as in with the colours. They'd say, oh, you know, what do we want for confidence and certain things? So stability, security, authority, you know, whatever. So yeah, it all means something, but the orange sort of blanket there, I just thought that would be something that I would say, that's exactly the colour where there is a desire to want to actually, makes you hungry, makes you actually want to be good to yourself, to actually not care about the credit card and paying it back, or be careful now, you know, those kind of things. So it suggests that our journey is incomplete when we look at the fact that we've got the fool's feather there. And there's still much to be inspired by. And what that means is, hey, you know what? We're going to have even more fun. This isn't it. It gets better. It just gets better and better. Bit like I'm saying about orange, it makes you want to know that you want more. You know, yeah, this is great, but I'd like more, please. And the garland in the card contains 7 flowers around our child's head, 7 of which are yellow, and they've got red centres. Now, these yellow flowers are believed to symbolise happiness and good fortune, and the garland with the 7 yellow flowers represents a time to relax and enjoy the good things in life. Also, the 7 yellow flowers indicate the child's thoughts are lively and full of life and passionate and having fun. What else have we got for you? Well, this child features the white horse, doesn't it? And it's no longer depicted as something that's difficult. We've got this horse that is calm and serene and being ridden by a naked child without any harness and without any saddle. So that is symbolic of trust, balance, flexibility, and flow from the child's perspective, which demonstrates the belief and faith of our own security. Again, it's a bit like, you know, it doesn't mean everything's just, you know, perfect. What's perfect, by the way, and how long would perfect last? It's a state of being where you choose to go, you know what, I'm feeling happy and I just want to be in this place and in this space. And, you know, I want to ski, I want to go horse riding, I want to go tobogganing, I want to go swimming, I want to turn around and go traveling, I want to study, yeah, I want to chill out, that's what I want to do. Or I want to cook, it relaxes you, whatever it is. What are you people doing tonight? Hopefully, the sun is your guide. Give me a thumbs up, please. You know, humour me. You're here with me, and we're doing our lovely thing that we love and enjoy, which is tarot. Nobody's here because they're forced to be. You're here because you want to be, I hope. And, you know, it is something that gives me joy. It absolutely does, and that's why I do what I do. So it also suggests that the challenges have been conquered already and they're not a problem anymore. And if they are, you're choosing to go, I'll figure it out. And the child is riding that horse without inhibition. And they're breaking free from all of the boundaries, enjoying all of the innocence, and everything's uncomplicated, just like when we're a child and we've got that happiness of going, we don't need to be stressed. And from the horse's perspective, there's no control over him. nor any waiting for directions or disasters to actually come in and occur. And the horse can allow that life force to direct him, and his mind is now unharnessed. So it's all symbolic. So, sorry, any questions, anyone? Okay, right. Despite the freedom, the horse still gazes forwards with a very stern eye. Yeah? That indicates that he's aware of his responsibilities and the wishes to keep what he has gained. So he's going, I'm not taking this for granted. The horse's stare can remind us that while we bask in the sun, others may carry the weight of issues and not be as accessible as we are. So those who have supported us and cared for us in the past might still be doing so. And they have their foundation of happiness, since all things stem from a source. Hello, Carla. Hello. So, where was I? Sorry. It's nice to see you, Carla. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, those that have supported us might just not be in that same place. And, you know, they will also gain happiness, but everything stems from a source. So it's important to remember that while everything's going well, we should take time to enjoy ourselves, as nobody's efforts to create our happiness should be seen as a burden to them. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, quite often, one of the biggest, most attractive things that can come up for somebody in a tarot reading, a relationship reading, can be that the view from, shall we say, the two people that are sort of in question in the reading, i.e. the person having the reading, the person I'm asking about, and they're going, what does he think of me? What does she think of me? This kind of thing. Quite often you will see that the person thinks very highly of them because they feel that there is an independence in, shall we say, we call it the querent, the person that's actually having the reading. And so the querent's saying, oh, you know, I'm going to ask about Mr. X or Mrs. X. What do they think of me? And it's like, actually, they think you're really something special because you've got your own life and your own independence and you take responsibility for your own happiness. So it's very liberating to be around, and they love that energy of you because you are not making them feel responsible for your happiness. They know if you're going to go for a walk and you suggest, do you want to come with me for a walk? That if they say yes or no, you're going to do it anyway. It's a lovely thing to see. And this is when the Sun card comes in and they go, really? They're like that? Oh, of course, I've got to, you know, a relationship is enhancing what I do, but not responsible for actually it's the only way I'm happy. And that's lovely. And you just know that that relationship is going to build and grow and thrive, you know, because they are taking accountability for their own happiness, and responsibility for the other person's happiness is not a burden to them, just like this is saying. So that's really a really good example. So the banner that the child is holding signifies the triumph. That's that orange. To me, it always looks like a blanket, but it is a banner. You can see that if you look at the very top sort of side of the card. It's a banner that's being waved, but it always reminds me of a blanket, and that's what I've got to say. It's a comfort, but it's a banner, and it signals triumph in achievements and the persistence of ambition. And that colour, remember I said, is passion. However, it's a time for us to let go of our past efforts and revel in what's already been accomplished. So it's like saying, hey, you know, I'm going out to actually say, good for me. You know, I deserve to turn around and go and have some fun. And that's exactly what this card is all about. So This is a victory that's often represented by orange or red, which signifies the enjoyment of life. And sometimes, you know, that's our chakra, the navel chakra. So that's the one that makes us hungry, it makes us greedy, it makes us feel sexy, and it makes us actually desire things, and it makes us want to spend money, and it makes us feel, I want to be good to me. And that's what the Sun card's about. I just love this card. You know, of course, the energy of the card that I'm doing, teaching it, or when I was actually a student, you know, does have a big impact on you, which is why it's always important, you know, to have a crystal to make sure. There you go, there's one of mine, one of many, many, many. A crystal to make sure that you are brought back to your own energy. Crystals actually just rebalance us back to who we are, okay? There we go again. Okay, so when the Sun card shines on you, it fills your life with energy, compassion, and a sense of achievement and success. And the positive energy that it spreads to those around you brings them great joy and a happiness too. And the Sun's influence is powerful and direct, and you will experience a real sense of optimism and completion in everything that you do. Remember that happiness is a state of mind that we all possess, and with the Sun, we don't go out to seek it. It's just naturally present within you. You're giving it to yourself. It's about the hope, it's about your achievements, it's about the luck. And you know what? You create your own luck, because there's always an opportunity, and it's also the chance to have peace. It's a fresh start. It's a time to enjoy what life offers, and it dissolves all of those stresses. Right, I'm going to just take a moment and grab a glass of water. I'm going to show you this. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. So I'm back. Sorry about that. I was trying to actually hear if that came through all right for you guys, and then it seemed to actually pop itself back on to my speakers. So I'm sorry if we got any feedback there. Okay, so the Sun card. I've got to put this on. Kala, Kala, Kala. Oh. Sorry, Carla, all of a sudden my messages are... There was an update today. You see, just give me a moment, Carla. I'm going to remove that from the broadcast. Sorry. Okay, I'll try again in a moment. There's something going on where I've got the spinning ball on my Mac, and when that happens, I try and bring a comment on to share with everybody, because it's wonderful. You've just got another one of my courses. Brilliant. They're fantastic, and you've now got 5 parts. Oh, Carla, thank you so much for actually sharing that with me. I'm really pleased that you're enjoying it. I hope that you are finding as much fun as I had making it, sharing it, and I hope this is helping sort of just bring a little bit sort of that course alive for you. And you're always here. Very grateful for that. It's lovely to have you along. So let's try and see if I can bring that on now. It's going to be one of them, folks. The comments are not going to come on. They were earlier. I can't even remove that. Okay, so sorry Carla, I really did try and bring that on. Okay, everything's just kind of, you know what it is? I think I use so many different overlays. So there you go. I hope that you can read that, people. Normally the comments are always in the same position, but there was an update, as in on the software of VCAM earlier on, and that can actually cause that. Right, so where are we? So things are going well for you, and there's some cards representing that release from the limitations and restrictions of the dark, and filling us with light and that intense, lovely energy and heat that comes from the sun. So it's symbolizing joy, freedom, play, and lots of energy and drama, of course, play and fun. And so the sun, it's our inner child, you know, it needs to come out to play. It's not just about, oh, I connect with it and have a chat. Go and play, go and have fun, go and sort of, you know, do whatever it is. Go on a canoe, go and feed the ducks, go to the sea, go on an aeroplane, you know, ride your bicycle, read your book, or, you know, give yourself time, give yourself relaxation, or go dancing, learn to sing, or learn something new, whatever it is. Oh, so you too. Okay, again, I'm got the spinning ball. There's obviously something that when I try and touch the message, it's not happening. Moderators from Facebook, can we just turn around and get rid of the fact that somebody thinks this is readings and asking bizarre questions like that? Okay, so not sure where they are on Facebook, but we are not bringing that one up on here. Okay, sometimes you get some very strange comments and requests, and definitely not. We're not answering any questions, but certainly not that one. I'm not going there. Okay, so it suggests a period of growth and abundance in life where self-expression and creativity are encouraged. And this is a card that will also relate, of course, to gardening, to animals, horses, of course. And the sun is definitely a card of success. So it's the passing of exams, the passion, the enthusiasm to make things work for you, and to be an inspiration to yourself and to those around you. So it's really absolutely a beautiful card. So it represents time for living in the moment and enjoying life, doesn't it? With a beautiful sense of inner peace and personal fulfillment. So if you're seeking a definite answer to a question and the sun card comes up, it's always a positive outcome. The sun is associated with success, achievements, accomplishments, and glory, and congratulating yourself on a job well done. So, you know, if somebody's saying, oh, you know, I'm learning to drive, or I'm learning to actually, whatever it is, you know, dance, or pass an exam, and this card comes up, can you see sign of achievement, success, and accomplishment, and congratulations on a job well done? So that's a definite yes. So it can represent the release and the freedom and let go of all your woes and your worries, because, you know, well, they'll be there again another time. And, you know, if you worry about it today, you know, will it matter in 100 years? Now, I think it's actually, I'm being told about the internet speed being absolutely bang on. There we go. It wasn't that. I think it was, we've now got this. This is what I was trying to show you. So that's really lovely. It just was buffering, and it's the system I'm on, not the internet. So thank you. Oh, you too. Ah. Oh, wonderful. You see, it's all right now, and I haven't touched it. So it's just a bug of some sort. We did an update as in to get the the latest version of Ecamm. That's what I use to stream to you, because I like to show things like this and not be just holding up a card and having it over my mouth and my face, and or just the card and you not know. We need to make a connection when you're learning tarot, and it's important that you are able to actually receive from me. And if I'm not for you, I'm not for you. I'm sorry about that. I'm not right for everybody. I accept that. But it's important that I wanted you to feel calm, peacefulness, and a sense of serenity and joy, and that this is a great, safe place to be. And if you don't like it and it's not for you, you know what? We won't waste your time. And thanks for trying us. But this is what I wanted to do, and that's why I use Ecamm. I didn't want to. I've tried it before. I've done it years on my old platform, going through Facebook, holding up cards, giant cards, you know, trying to put it all in screen, trying to get it to focus in the camera. I've got cameras that film down. If you look at my old videos, you'll be able to see them. It's not easy to see the image. It's not easy to see the details. We spent a year trying to get the images to look clear with camera, and no matter what we did, I just cannot afford the camera that would be absolutely right for that. I just can't. I've spent way too much money on the studio and all the effects that, we decided to use what we're doing here, which is an overlay. And yeah, I hope you like it. And it's just a case of being able to see everything that you could. You don't seem to have any questions, yeah? Am I doing okay? Am I telling you everything you need to know? Is there something else you want to know? And how many of you are really trying the system of... don't feel you've got to know all of this. Somewhere along the line, you are filling that information, and when it's important that it'll come out, it will, okay? So, just like this card, your inner child will come out to play and give you fun. So it's a card of say, I love this, be youthful and stay young at heart. Absolutely. And, you know, I have a Leo moon, and I firmly believe that that really balances me, because it's my emotional self on how I actually process everything that's going on out there in the world, and how the outside world affects me. And that Leo is, well, it can bring me such joy, you know, and my emotions are, it's all about being innocent, transparent and pure. And that's kind of, you know, by the way, we are in a Leo moon, and happy Aries to everybody. We went into Aries today officially, but astrologically, of course, we went in a couple of days beforehand. No matter, officially, I would say 21st of March, that's Aries, but yes, we are officially in Aries. So to all our fire signs, Leo, because of the Sun card, I hope you're having a wonderful day. And to all our Aries who are due a birthday, if it's your birthday, many happy returns. Don't forget, on the shorts on YouTube and TikTok, I always do a weekly birthday for all, well, for the sign that we're in. So we started this week with Aries, and we've gone through since Gemini last year. We've done one every week, so we 4 for Gemini and Cancer and so on. So you can always go and look at yours, because there's a year's worth there almost. So the Sun ignites a significant period of creativity and activity. Oh, you see how this is working fine now. I'm glad I didn't mess with it. And I'm going to mess with it because I just want to move it. Go over there. That's better. Oh, Carla, you match my jumper. Okay, and this is my microphone, by the way. I've realised, you know, that if I put the fluff thing on the top, it stops a lot of popping, which is terrific. So The sun ignites a significant period of creativity and activity. It's time to get started on anything you want. So if you're thinking about joining a class or painting or writing that book, anything where you're going to express yourself creatively or what gives you that sense of fun, your joie de vivre, optimism and positivity are always around the sun when it appears. So you may be enthusiastic or passionate about a project or a person. Well, look at your hidden talents. Maybe you've not discovered them. Now is a time to actually allow it to arrive. So enthusiasm and your happiness are like magnets for those around you, and they will bring cheer and happiness to them. The happiness that you find in the sun is not superficial, by the way, and it's not fleeting either. It just comes from an inwardly, happiness that just makes you feel happy from the inside out. Okay? Right, now, I want... Oh, crikey. Right, I want to try, and I've got 3 lots of headsets. Can you believe that? And they're just not connecting. Okay, bear with me. Right, I want to play something, but what I want to do is make sure you can hear it. Now, if I can't hear it, can I rely on someone to give me a thumbs up? Yeah? Somebody just let me know that the sound's coming through, because I've got a feeling I'm not going to be able to hear it. Okay. Oi, oi, oi. Saying, just bear with me. I have to show you this because I've made it for you. Give me a second. There's definitely the software sort of update. I know it's on my desktop, so... Okay, sorry folks. Okay, I'm sorry, I just couldn't get that to play. It's one of those things, and if it did, my apologies. I'll pop it on the live. It's definitely a software thing, you can see that. The file was there, I've got it on my thing. Even my AirPods are not allowing me to actually pick up the sound, so I can't even tell. And I don't want to turn around and come through my computer speakers because that gives terrible, terrible feedback. Okay, just to sort of say to you, there's this. Right, everything's getting stuck. I'm pressing controls and they just all across my face. I can't get rid of them. Maybe it's a good thing. I just can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so annoying. All right, so what do I have? I've got this. It's not that I'm showing you the Empress. I'm showing you that if you want some tarot keywords, I've got this tarot keyword sort of PDF available on the website in case you're interested. A lot of the actual phrases that I use are very, very much about professional sort of terminology that I would use. It's not so much what I would say some people call, I hate the word cheat sheet because it's not so. Worksheet, yeah. And I've got journals, but this one, yeah, it's a lot of keywords there. So that might help you, okay? And of course, our beautiful sun will come out there. We've done temperance, we've been through all of these, but these are just very simple bullet points if you want. There's also the courses. We did the moon last week. If you didn't catch that one, go and have a look. I loaded a recording of that up today before I came on. So there's our sun card, all right? And the other thing I've got, if it's any help to you, just to remind you, whatever we can, this is the PDF journal. So this is where you can turn around and keep a journal. I kept a journal. I've still got that journal today. It is dated, I think, 1992. So kind of started keeping a journal then. It wasn't like this. It was an exercise book. But if you look, I even put, you can just download it. And I've just made it. Now, the beauty of this is you can download it and go, actually, I need some more Knights of Pentacles because I've got so much to write or whatever it is. And I've done, you see? So you've got your cards there. Whereas I used to have to go writing as fast as I could to try and sort of, gosh, what card am I doing? So, you know, you can download it and, yeah, you can just keep your notes as in, spot on for what you want them to be. I'm going to jump us in along here. So there's our Queen of Cups, and you know, it goes back to here, which is, that's what it looks like. And yeah, from the Fool right through. And so as we go towards the end of the book, let me show you. So it goes right through, and then I've done today's card there. And what else have I done for you? I think that one's a bit different. Yeah, did it like that. So for your pairs. So your keywords, your thoughts, your feelings, really helpful. It's only a couple of quid, so, you know, do whatever. Don't forget, everybody, Facebook is coming to the point where we are not going to be able to multi-stream from platforms like Ecamm, Zoom or outside things. You can still, of course, go live on Facebook, but you are just in Facebook doing it for them. You can't go anywhere else. You can't do it and say, I'm going to do Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and LinkedIn and whatever. The groups, I'm not sure how it's going to be with our pages. My business page, it might be possible. Even Twitch, not proud of the fact I got banned, was a bit upset. But I then went, well, there's nothing I can do. I cannot get rid of the fact that there is a naked image in the deck, and it does mean something, so I can't change it. So I hope you understand. I'm going to dash off, folks. I've got a class starting, and it was lovely to have your company. Do watch the actual recording, because I will put up the actual sun card video that I made for you all, and there was nothing I could do to actually try and bring this on. So have a beautiful week. I'm going to catch you soon. Until then, Tuesday we'll be doing combinations of the sun card. This was a great one tonight, and I really, I'm sorry, I'm croaky now. I'll see you soon. Have a great equinox, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and go back and watch anything that you've missed. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.